You think that Ganondorf is the true villain in Ocarina of Time? Well, you're right, but who instilled that evil and promoted that within Ganondorf? Well, the true architects of that evil are two cackling old women, Kume and Kotake. They are the terrifying two-headed corporate management from hell that made Ganondorf's empire possible. But to understand the true power structure within Gerudo, we first have to go through the most depressing corporate hierarchy in all of Hyrule. So, the Gerudo Fortress, it's a true corporate nightmare. The path to the valley of the Desert Colossus is guarded by a bizarre, unmotivated workforce. And while the devs probably want you to think all the Gerudo guards are the same, they're really not. Their placement at this complex is a dead giveaway of how their management actually views them. So let's rank these Gerudo guards, these prison employees, from worst to best, and based on their corporate usefulness. First, you have the guard located right by the prison exit, how Link can get out whenever he gets caught. And she might have caught you once, but after that, there's no chance. She's an easy stun arrow target right off the bat. This guard is the equivalent of the office drone who got a lot of undue praise. Management thought she was a strong worker, but she was really the one that did absolutely nothing on the group project. She gets all the recognition and as such, the responsibility of right by the prison exit. But she's honestly terrible at her job. She may have caught you once, but she's letting prisoners escape all the time.
Look, here's something.
Then if you move over, right next to her is the oldest guard, essentially the company receptionist at the front desk. This is a security guard that makes sure you use your badge to walk in the front door. She's not here to fight. She's here to warn anyone that would be silly enough to walk up the front steps in Gerudo Fortress. Be the one getting on her walkie-talkie and be like, hey, someone's here. Can you come arrest them? And then the one next to the stairs, it's pretty obvious what her role is. She's going through a performance improvement plan because every move that she makes is being specifically assessed by the manager right next door, guarding the other gate. Management's just sitting there waiting for something to go poorly.
I'm waiting!
So that they can finally fire her. Then lastly, you have the guard on the second level of the fortress walking back and forth. This is truly the guard doing most of the work. She's watching the other guards and then she just immediately gets you when you walk out that wrong door and you weren't expecting it. She's the person at work everyone knows is...
Who knows who's in charge?
The boss. She just doesn't have a title for it. That should be it for the outside. When you go inside, you've got two types of workers in there. You've got the ones that are taking 2 to 3 hour lunches. They're always in the kitchen or in the break room, like just hanging out in there doing puzzles or whatever. And then you've got the ones that live in the hallway. They're rarely at their desks doing anything at all. You know who those people are. And now what's the end goal of being a guard? Well, it's the Gerudo managers that wear white.
It's Brittany, bit.
They get the fun, easy jobs, like honestly watching the gates and entrances, not having to patrol anything. Their goal in corporate life at the Gerudo Fortress is to do the mundane guard stuff until, you know, you don't have to do it anymore, which you might relate to.
Well, of course I know him. He's me.
So I'm not going to tier rank all these guards, but I will rank them. At the bottom of the list, you've definitely got the pip employee. Can you just fire? Do we really have to do all this? Then you've got the receptionist. Like, it's kind of a consolation job. So that one's probably next. And then you've got the one that gets all the credit, but no one really respects at the front by the prison exit. And then you've got the two people inside, the hallway dwellers and the food dwellers. I'll say the lunches and then hallways. And then you've got the guard doing all the work. And then you've got managers. So for all the guards at Gerudo Fortress, I would probably give them something like C tier. They're just throwing you in prison and then not locking the door. So pretty ineffective overall. Now, someone I haven't talked about yet is actually inside the fortress as well. You got the carpenters that are in Gerudo. I already talked about them at Kakariko, so you can go visit that video to see how I rank them. But here, we're gonna talk about the fierce warriors, the Gerudo thieves. Ultimately, these are some truly fierce lady warriors who can instantly put you in prison with one of their attacks. They are the elite employees at Gerudo Fortress. And one of them actually finally sees your worth as a formidable opponent and lets you join their club, which is pretty cool. Get great benefits here, I think. But they represent the best of Gerudo Fortress. And so I'd say they represent a solid B tier. Now, before we head deeper into the desert, we're gonna go back to the entrance where the bridge is, because there's someone else that's living out there In waiting for competition, it is the fastest man alive by 1 second, the Running Man. And no matter how hard you try, this guy just wins. People have tried every trick, glitch, and exploit in the book. If you just watch YouTube at all, everyone's tried everything. But no matter what you do, he manages to beat you. It's just sitting at the bridge outside of Kokiri Forest, waiting, exhausted, but waiting. So he's an enigmatic figure of pure, insurmountable speed. He does buy the bunny hood from you as Child Link, which is probably how he got so fast, but ultimately has like one purpose, so I'll give him B tier. Now let's go back to the fortress, and through the gates, we're going to the desert. And we meet two really strange characters, one that really just disappoints, and one that just is. So first, the guiding Poe. A wandering desert ghost is just out there, and he has one job. Not trying to kill you, just wants to lead you across this flurry of a desert. He's a friendly, ghostly face in a very hostile land, which is kind of refreshing. And so he sits comfortably at C tier. And then we reach the biggest ripoff in Ocarina of Time. Now this guy has one of the most detailed character designs in the game, and yet he is so disappointing. Probably because of that. Like if he wasn't so detailed, it'd be like whatever. But we've got the magic carpet, man. Like dude is on a magic carpet over a big sand pit floating out here. But he's literally the biggest ripoff in Ocarina of Time. For 200 rupees, you can buy an item or items. And unless you knew better, you'd make this purchase and instantly regret it because it's 10 bomb shoes. You have no need to pay 200 for 10 bomb shoes. And I think this guy was actually going to serve a greater purpose in Ocarina of Time, but maybe they ran out of development time or something because the character design is great. And at the end of the game, he's at the party, like he's hanging out with Magic Bean Man and stuff. So I think character design, great. I don't think it saves him from what he does. He doesn't have a great impact, so I have to give him D tier. Now the purpose of the Gerudo Desert isn't ghost guides or bomb chews or guys floating on rugs. It's really the Spirit Temple and the struggle for the very soul of the Gerudo people. And at the heart of that struggle is a truly sad story regarding that of Nabooru. Now, Naburu's story in Ocarina of Time is one of Gerudo resistance and struggle and eventual heroic acts, because she is the highly respected second in command of the Gerudo tribe, and she serves as the moral contrast to Ganondorf's evil. When you first run into her in the Spirit Temple, she's already working against Ganondorf, and she enlists young Link's help to help aid to retrieve the Silver Gauntlets. She was intending to use them to sabotage the temple or something. Or for her own good, I don't know, she's a thief. But even in her attempt to do such a thing was swiftly and brutally punished by Kume and Kotake because she is captured by them after young Link retrieves the Silver Gauntlets, and he witnesses this outside the Spirit Temple. So the twin witches capture her and subsequently turn her into a character known as Iron Knuckle, mini-boss. For 7 years, she was made and brainwashed to act on behalf of Kume and Kotake as their Iron Knight. So this is a tragic culmination of her resistance, being forced to serve the tyrant that she hated. However, when you come back as adult Link, Link defeats Iron Knuckle, which happens to be Nabooru, and the moment that you free Nabooru of that brainwashing, Kume and Kotake show up once again and just eliminate Nabooru right in front of you. And this is wild because they allude to this right in the opening of the game, but after Link defeats Twinrova, Nabooru is permanently made the Sage of Spirit. And so it's truly a sad, impactful story for the Sage of Spirit, someone trying to act against Ganondorf and his evil. Gotta give her S tier. So let's talk about Kume and Kotake, Twinrova. Now with all of this brings us back to my opening thought. Kume and Kotake, who fuse to form the witch Twinrova, are the true physical and magical basis for Ganondorf and his tyranny, basically embodying the corrupt force that enabled Ganondorf's rule. They're truly evil, forcing Nabooru to 7 years of brainwashing and service to Ganondorf. They act as fire and ice. But upon Twinrova's defeat, Kume and Kotake split once again, and they have one last final squabble as they gain halos and ascend to the heavens. Don't know how all that works in Hyrule, because they were really evil. But they continue to bicker about their age and how they're going to come back and haunt Link, which is real fun. So, they are the true magical CEOs of evil, for Gerudo, and earned their rightful spot as A tier villains 100%. If we had seen more of that impact on how they influence Ganondorf, I would give them S tier.
Now, I almost forgot about the Great Fairy. This legendary fairy, or fairies, may have required you to turn down the volume on your TV, because she has the craziest of lines and noises, you could say. But she provides Link with some of the greatest abilities, power-ups in the game. Magic swiping swords, doubling your health essentially. So for all the great power-ups and some awkward voice acting. And this seems to carry on through the subsequent games. They like to use this kind of voice acting for even Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. But appreciative of all the power-ups, I'm going to give her A tier.
But what do you think? Was the Magic Carpet Man really D tier? Should we give him the benefit of the doubt for how cool he looks? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, and give the video a like if you enjoyed this. Consider subscribing. I've got some other tier videos out there, and look forward to your comments. Till the next one. Peace.